wish I could find something that would help target these trouble areas.
I got it! Yohimbine HCL. This will target those trouble areas on both men and women. Watch this video to find out exactly how.
Thanks.
Boom! Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO, MTS Nutrition. Now, people are always looking to target their hard-to-burn fat areas, such as their stomach, such as their lower back, love handles, hips, thighs, glutes. There is one substance that has been shown to inhibit your alpha receptors to help you do this, and that is Yohimbine, aka Yohimbine HCL. Take about Yohimbine and where it comes from. Yohimbine is natural found, or Yohimbine is naturally found. It is harvested from trees grown in Africa and is used and sold as a supplement for fat loss and male sexuality. The male sexuality comes from its ability to, well, increase blood flow. Yohimbine is a component of yohimbine and is the main alkaloid, or the main active component within yohimbine that produces the desired effects such as fat loss and male function. Male function being, well, increased erectile function. Now, that doesn't mean that women can't use it. That just means that due to the vasodilation effects, or the blood flow effects of yohimbine, that if men take it, it can increase your sexual function. Now, Yohimbine HCL is what we're working at. This, for example, is straight up Yohimbine HCL. Okay, since yohimbine is found in nature, such as they synthesize vitamin C, this is synthesized yohimbine. You can also find standardized forms of the bark, but Yohimbine HCL is the most concise dosing because it's the straight HCL version. So yohimbine bark, if it just says yohimbine bark without a standardized extract, who knows how much yohimbine you're getting. Thus, unless it has the standardization like Drop Factor does, which is my fat burner, on it, don't bother getting it. You don't know what you're getting in there. Yohimbine bark is not Yohimbine HCL. You want the standardized Yohimbine HCL. That way we know what dose we're getting and we can adjust the amount accurately. So yohimbine works on the alpha receptors. Alpha receptors inhibit fat breakdown, so wherever they're abundant, you have a harder time losing fat in that area. What alpha receptors do, they inhibit the way your body burns the fat. They inhibit the blood flow. They constrict it, okay? So, for example, they are in high concentration in men's lower back and abs, and in women's hips and thighs. Yohimbine HCL actually blocks this alpha receptor. Since alpha receptors inhibit fat breakdown and Yohimbine HCL inhibits alpha receptors, the net result is that you get an increase in fat breakdown in that area. Thus, you get a significant increase in fat breakdown directly from an area that is normally the hardest place to lose it from. This is why pre-contest or when dieting, I love people to use this. Now, here's the deal. You still have to be in a caloric deficit. You still have to diet. You still have to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. You still have to do your cardio, do your weight training. You have to lose fat for this to work. You can't just take yohimbine and expect, wow, I'm losing all kinds of fat. No, guys, that's not how it works. Yohimbine helps to liberate fatty acids from those hard-to-reach places, which are usually the last to go, but you still have to metabolize and burn that fat. So if you're eating in a caloric surplus and taking yohimbine and taking this bad boy right here, you're not just going to magically deplete your fat stores from your glutes or your hips or your lower abs. What it's going to do is simply provide the vasodilation effects, might increase sexual function. I actually take yohimbine year round. I like the vasodilation effects, but it's not a magic pill. It's not like take it no matter what you're eating and get results. So based on the studies we have, the data we have, I recommend working up to 0.2 milligrams per kilograms of body weight daily. So that means that if you're a 220-pound male, you divide by 2. You divide 220 by 2.2. That's your weight in kilograms. That would be 100 kilograms, right? And you'd work up to a dose of 20 milligrams of Yohimbine HCL. Based on the dosing in here, that'd be 8 capsules of Yohimbine per day. I would typically start out to assess tolerance at 1 capsule and work up towards this full dose each consecutive session. The person does not have undesirable side effects. So if you don't have increased heart rate or whatever, you take 1 pill, you're good to go up to 2. Take 2 pills, you're good to go up to 3. Now the question is, when is the best time to take Yohimbine? If you are doing morning fasted cardio, that is the best time to take it because your body is at lack of insulin. Now, a lot of people look, oh my God, I ate food, it's not going to work. No. You also don't have to be in a low carb diet, okay? Insulin is not black and white. You can have a small insulin spike. You can have a small acute insulin spike from a little bit of protein because amino acids cause an insulin spike. Or you could have a biphasic spike from a huge bolus of carbohydrates, aka 50 grams or more, even when combined with protein, when it spikes, and biphasic means it spikes twice. Whereas an amino acid influx will cause an acute minor spike. So an insulin spike isn't black and white. It's a gray area. It could be a major insulin spike or a minor insulin spike. So I recommend taking this anytime throughout the day. Usually the best time to take it is between meals when your insulin has leveled off or with your lower carb meals. Another good time to take it, so if you do cardio in the morning, take your Yohimbine, the full dose, all 8 caps. If you're 220 pounds, okay, take all of it pre-cardio, okay, all of it. Now, if you are doing cardio post-workout, 15 minutes before your workout is over and you start your cardio. Do not have your post-workout shake before cardio. Take your Yohimbine. When you have about, let's say you're doing legs, quads, and calves. Right before you start your calves, assuming they take 15 minutes and you do cardio right afterwards, take your Yohimbine then. Then do your cardio post-workout. If it's an off day, you will still take Yohimbine. Split it up in 2 doses. Take it in the morning before breakfast when your insulin is stable, and then take it later on throughout the day, perhaps with a lower carb meal. Or if you're dieting or whatever and you're not eating a huge bolus of carbohydrate where you're spiking insulin up and down, let's say you're eating 20 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, and 30 grams of protein, that's fine. Go ahead and take it with that. So that is how you do this. Now, if you are taking a fat burner like Drop Factor, remember, per dose has 2.5 milligrams. So that means that if you're taking 2 doses of Drop Factor throughout the day, this 220-pound bodybuilder will only be taking 6 Drop Factor. If you are taking pre-workout and not taking a fat burn, the pre-workout does not contain Yohimbine. It is perfectly fine to take your Yohimbine separate from or with your pre-workout. However, always start at 1 cap and work your way up to assess tolerance. Now, if you do cardio twice a day, another kicker, if you do cardio twice a day, split the dose. Have, let's say for a 220-pound example, have 4 capsules before 1 cardio. About a good timing before cardio is anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. It's not going to make a big deal. Okay? So have it before the first cardio and 4 before the second cardio. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to stick around to find out how you can win a $50 gift card from tigerfitness.com. And click on the links below. We have links to so many good Yohimbine articles. You're going to want to read it. And that's not a game. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on the link in the description box below to sign up for the Tiger Fitness newsletter. Within a week of publishing this video, we will give out a $50 gift card to tigerfitness.com to one lucky person who does all of these steps.